TitleMatchNetwork.com.
Do you think like the Bash Tour in '86 when they did the stadiums everywhere? Do you think that was innovative or a good idea because they brought in the country music stars? It's kind of like WWF really didn't do that per se like every night. Like, do you think it was a good idea or a bad idea for the company? And was it financially successful?
It was for me. I don't know if it was for them. Well, the WWF had already done it in '83 when they got Cyndi Lauper and the deal in there. You know what we did. I say we as a industry, and it started back then. Is we became big show oriented. If it wasn't a bash or a Starrcade, it wasn't a big show. So you ended up taking away from your everyday matches. You knew a title wasn't going to switch in Greenville on Monday, you know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Now you know nothing's going to happen until a pay-per-view. Or now, because of Monday nights, on television.
You think that TV killed the business as far as house shows?
House show business?
Replaced the business.
Well, yes, it has. Absolutely. But I mean, it started a long time ago.
Right.
And it even started describing, and Vince was probably the first one that ever said it. How can you duplicate the TV show in a live house show? That much energy, that much boom, boom. I mean, just hits you. Right. Bing, 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 bing. You can't do it. And then what today makes the problem worse than in 1989, who can perform to that level? So now you don't have the in-between stuff that's exciting and the smoke and all the stuff. Well, when the bell rings, who knows how to make it exciting anymore? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So now, yeah, the everyday house show businesses, I really, not to just interject a bunch and get off your list of questions, but I mean, when people come up to me and say, that stuff's just all fake and this and that and the other, and of course I can watch it and understand why they say that. I really can. It is. I think back to 1980, maybe 2, 3. I quit defending wrestling many years before I got out. And I said, but I did defend me. I said, come sit on the front row and tell me what I do is fake.
Right.
Tell me when I hit a guy, I don't hit him. And when they hit me, that they're not hitting me. Of course, most of the time I was wrestling guys like Wahoo and Ronnie Garvin and Magnum and guys that just beat the crap out of you. But that is an uneducated response. It's a programmed because they don't understand. They don't understand the wrestling business. They don't understand what it is or anything about it. And so they say, that's fake. Well, what they're asking is, did you know who was going to win? That's what they're trying to ask and don't know how to ask it.
Right.
And I have spent too many years answering the questions, and I quit answering them. I said, ask what you want to ask. And I do that today a lot. I said, ask me what you want to ask me. And they're wanting some long, drawn-out exposition on it. And I don't have the time, nor the energy, nor the inclination to explain professional wrestling. But that's it in a nutshell. But whether it's fake or not, my gosh, I mean, I got beat up every night. I bled every night. Oh, God, you cut yourself with a razor blade. Okay. You want to get me fired up, okay? Whoever gets this tape, all right, you paid however much money for this. In 1985, it cost you $10 to buy a ringside seat. You could get in for $8. For your price of admission of $8 so that you could have enjoyment, I scarred my body, I cut my face with a razor blade so that you could have enjoyment. Not a single person that you will ever deal with in life where you pay somebody to do a professional service for you, whether you buy a ticket to go to a concert, will give you that much dedication, that much return on your money as me and my contemporaries did of that time. To think a doctor would cut himself with a razor blade so that you could is ludicrous. To think that some entertainer or some movie star would actually, so that you could have $4, $8 to get in. I think you get the point. Nobody, no profession, and there were a lot of guys in my profession that didn't do it either, would cut their arms, cut their face, just so that one person would say, golly, what a match. Golly, did you see that? Want to call me a fake and call me a social outcast for what I did for a living because they don't have enough insight, not intellect, insight, discernment to grab a hold of it. I think of the hours and hours and the miles and that I've driven and go spend $85 to go to Broadway to watch him repeat the same words every night. You could follow me around and you'd never see the same match twice. It would be new, it would be innovative, it would be energetic, and you got all my blood, all my sweat, all my energy for 40 or 50 minutes or 30 minutes every night. Whether I was drunk, hungover, high. Some of the craziest stuff I did when I was high. So, I mean, they liked it better. Now they just call it extreme. So but I've covered all that now. I don't think I need to say anything else on that. So,
what are your memories of some of your matches with the Rock and Roll Express?
They were always great matches.
All right.
You know, I mean, Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson were just very, very talented guys, and they were over, and nobody got beat up like Ricky Morton. I mean, golly. I mean, handsome little guy, and you beat him up, and he knew how to fight back, and it was just, you know, it's a pleasure when you can go out there and have people just scream, 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 scream from the minute you walk out to the minute you go back. I mean, you know you've done it right. And it freed up a lot of pressure so that you could be creative, if that makes any sense.
I don't know. A couple more questions. Dusty Rhodes parking lot angle, where you guys tied him to the truck. What are your memories of that?
I thought it was a pretty good idea.
Great.
And
since it was...
What was your favorite arena to work in? Or favorite town?
Oh gosh, man, there was a lot of them. We had some really, I mean, you talk about just roaring. Philly was strong. Baltimore was strong. Man, when that arena in Baltimore was sold out, they just roar. Charlotte Coliseum, the old one, was 12,000 people jammed in there. You know, I mean, there was just a tremendous amount of buildings. I never really had one favorite one over another one. The ones I was going to make the most money in were always my most favorite.
Watch thousands of exclusive shoot interviews right now on TitleMatchNetwork.com.